Quitting a job where you're earning 10,000 US dollars a month to run off and start manufacturing in Africa? That sounds crazy, but that is what I did. Hi friends, my name is Maxima Nsimenta. I am CEO and founder of Livara. So we make natural and organic cosmetics using East African raw shea butter, and we add value to make these beautiful natural hair products and skin products where we blend different vegetable oils, plant oils to give you amazing products. But that is not why I'm here right now. I'm here to tell you my why, my reason why I quit my absolutely beautiful job to start what I did. So sit tight and let's engage. So, just to take you back a few years before I quit my job for a little bit of perspective. I'm an electrical engineer and I graduated with a first-class degree from Makerere University, which is Uganda's biggest and best university. There's a time when it was Africa's best university. So while I was at school, I participated in several projects. I was part of this project that built Africa's first hybrid car. It was an MIT project in partnership with different universities across the world, and Makerere University was the only African university chosen for that particular project. So yes, we were making things work even while in school. Fast forward, I worked throughout university. I am studying, working. I graduated in 2011. So when I graduated, I left my job at campus because it wasn't really what I wanted to do. We were developing software, but I felt a bit lost, right, at the time. So I decided to quit and took a hiatus of 8 months trying to discover myself. During that period, I got to find out more about the oil and gas industry and how it was becoming a big thing in Africa, especially here in Uganda. So I decided to apply for jobs in the industry. Good enough, Total E&P Uganda took me on as a joint ventures coordinator, managing the relationship between the different joint ventures that we had here in Uganda. That is Sinok, Talo, and Total, where I was working. I did that for 7 months. And into the job, well, an opportunity came where my dream company was hiring. That is Schlumberger. Schlumberger is like the world's biggest oil and gas service company. Working there is like setting you off in the oil and gas industry. So they had interviews. A friend of mine called me, Pauline, called me and told me, Maxi, they have interviews at Makerere University the next day. So I had better, get ready and go and attend the interview. Well, I had told my friends what my ideal dream job would be. Fast forward, I go for the interview. It was a 3 months long interview, and lucky enough, I passed. I was hired. I got my offer in December 2012, and the job was to be an expatriate in Congo, the Republic of Congo. I was going to be based in the oil city called Point Noir, right at the coast, right? So, well, February 2013 arrives. I get my offer letter. Of course, I quit my job at Total. I wasn't earning so much. I was earning about maybe $1,500 a month at the time. So it was a better opportunity for me to go out, work at this job where I was going to be an expatriate. My best salary was going to be $6,500. Then there was a geographical coefficient of like 1.5, which was literally multiplying my salary, to even higher. And then there were all these bonuses of field jobs. It was a very good opportunity. Plus there was an opportunity to go travel the world, see the world, participate in real challenging opportunities. It was the awesomest job ever. I took it. So come February 2013, we go for this 2-week long onboarding process in France. it was my first time to go to France, of course. 2 weeks in, we are doing these interviews, lots of studying, lots of customer care relations, lots of, the whole interview process. It's really all round. They train you how to be an all-round individual in the oil and gas service industry. The 2 weeks get done. Oh, plus the first time I actually saw snow. So it was a good experience. Anyway, so my 2 weeks end, I go to Congo. So when I reach Point Noir in Congo, I'm excited. I mean, I was going to this country that had been producing oil for over 70 years, and it was in Africa. So the excitement I had was out of this world. I was ready to work and go and rock. So I got to Congo. Well, the first thing that kind of disturbed me was the image of the city where I was landing. It was not as developed as I had thought it would be. So it kind of disturbed me a little bit, So anyway, I go in, I get acquainted with my work, get settled in. My first job really was to learn how things work. So I was given this opportunity to go and work in the workshop, cleaning up, looking at all these tools. My job was really to install electrical pumps into the wells that help to bring out the oil, because the oil here in Uganda is a little heavy. So it is my belief that I was being sent to Congo to train to understand how to bring out oil from these heavy oil wells, so that I can apply the experience here back home. Anyway, that aside, 3 months into my job, that's where my challenge begins. So I had this really long, relaxed hair, and every 3 months or so, one has to go and, retouch the hair so that it's re-straightened. Permed is the term that most people were using at the time. So 3 months in, I have to go and perm my hair. I go out strutting into downtown Point Noir to these salons that I found out there. I enter the first salon, very high end, very niche, looking really good. I tell them what I wanted to do. I wanted to relax my hair, the 3 months treatment. So when I get in there are these African girls working. I tell them what I want to do. So they tell me boldly that they cannot relax my hair. I mean, this is in Africa, in Congo. So I am told they cannot relax my hair. I am perturbed, so I go to the next salon down the street. Same thing. I go to the third salon. These ones offer me a little bit of advice. They tell me, go about 2 kilometers out of the city to the market area, and there you'll find someone who can relax your hair. Now, Congo is a former French colony. So almost all businesses in the Republic of Congo that make sense are owned by these French guys. And then we have us Africans working in them. This is information I quickly learned with that experience. And then I'm going to this salon in an African city wanting to work on my African hair, and I'm boldly told that they cannot relax my hair. Like, how? How? So anyway, I decided not to take that advice. I went to a barber shop and chopped my hair out of anger. I was so pissed that I can be here in an African country and I'm told that my hair can't be relaxed, yet we have Africans working in those salons. I mean, it didn't make sense to me. Anyway, I cut off my hair, bold. So I left work at for the lunch hour with a big mane of this beautiful hair, and then I go back to work with a bald head. I looked crazy. I mean, I think my boss and my colleagues thought I had already gone nuts. I mean, people in Schlumberger do all sorts of crazy things, but I guess that was my moment at the time. Anyway, 2 months down the road, my hair has started growing, so I realized that I need to work on it. It was getting difficult to comb it all the time. I needed to, soften it a bit so that it can easier get combed. So that's when my whole process of figuring out what was happening started. Yeah, so I go out looking for oils to use, conditioners to use, and I found that at the time most of the oils that were on the market were oils made for Indian hair. So they stick on the surface of the hair. They don't really penetrate the hair and make it as soft and as, the texture. They don't change the texture as much as they should. So you find that when you're combing, the hair is still hard, but it's just oily, right? So I started engaging in this whole world of conditioners. I found that the conditioners that were also on the market were not as penetrating as they should have been. This is through experience. Good thing is that with my job, we used to travel a lot. So during my travels, I start going out to check out things. I see things on the market, and then I start looking for what I believe would work for me. The thing is, most of the products that I found that were marketing African natural hair were mainly products that had keywords like shea butter from Ghana, coconut oil from Mombasa, argan oil from Egypt or Morocco. Like all these things that was selling the product because the raw materials were here in Africa. Me being me, I start complaining to my sister, who is also my business partner. Meanwhile, that's how I get all these ideas all the time. So I complained to her, asking her about, the issues that were out there. How can people be selling products, marketing them as shea butter from Ghana, yet the product is not made in Ghana? So anyway, she tells me, but Maxi, these raw materials are in Uganda. Maybe come back home, take a vacation, look around and see if you can find them and add value to them. I took her advice. So I asked for a vacation. Meanwhile, with Shlumbaje, you literally had to beg and hound for these vacations. So luckily, I got a vacation in November. I remember it was during the time where there was this amazing eclipse that was happening in Uganda that, well, we were being told was being brought to Uganda by the president. Anyway, that aside, these are natural occurrences meanwhile. So that aside, I come to Uganda during my vacation. I get into my car and start, driving, going out there looking for these raw materials that were available on the market. Raw materials that were available here naturally in Uganda. So during my journeys, I would just get into a car and drive east looking for something, then drive west looking for something, drive north. I found that the people in northern Uganda are really beautiful. Like they're dark skin, but they have this beautiful, amazing, glassy skin, right? Most of them are really majorly poor because that area has been affected by the Lord's Resistance Army rebels for the longest time. They had this guy chopping off mouths, nodes, killing people like aimlessly for over 20 years. But the thing is that those people are happy and their skin looked really good. I didn't find the same experience in the east or the west, right? There was something different about the people in the north. And then on doing further investigation, I find out that they're actually using raw shea butter for their skin and also as an additive in their food. It changes the taste of food and makes it really, really, really yummy. So that is what they had been using for eons of years. Like it's a generational thing that they had been doing for the longest time. Well, I started doing research, desk work, using the internet, Googling here and there. And then I find out that the shea butter industry is $1 billion industry back in 2013. But the thing was that most of the money being made from the shea industry was not being brought back home to Africa. Most of it was being taken out of the country, and we didn't have these strong, beautiful brands of products that were available here in Africa. Ding, ding, ding. Idea. Why not make products for Africans by Africans in Africa, right? So immediately I get that, I start planning on raising the capital that I needed in order for me to start. So I start doing research. How much is required to start up a manufacturing company? branding, all this. I started doing my research. But my why was that we needed to make products in Africa. So with all that background, my why was clear. I absolutely needed to find a solution for me, the black person, with my type of hair, using raw materials that are readily available here, but making these quality products from Africa. So, like I said earlier, I'm a scientist. Now, working with Schlumberger means that every minute, every second you spend on that platform producing the oil counts. If you make an error, however small, there is a chance that the platform will blow up. So for sure, I was trained on job to pay absolute attention to detail. With that background and training, I knew for sure that I had to apply the same to my work. If I was to produce a product and have it compare with the L'Oreal's, the Chanel's, the mightiest brands of this world, but having it as African, then it needed to prove that it's not only efficient, but it's also as beautiful and as well branded as the rest. Also, my story had to matter, right? Congo had been producing oil for over 70 years. But if you look at the development in Congo, it is appalling. It is appalling, right? There was no company owned by Africans manufacturing products in Congo. I mean, eggs, meat, yogurt, chicken were imported. I mean, this is food. These are basics. 98% of the produce sold in Congo was imported. That was not only unfair to the nation, but it was also unfair to us as Africans because there is no motivation to do more, right? So I set it upon myself to actually go out there and make amazing products that would meet those standards. But I needed to prove that Africa can actually manufacture such products and the world will appreciate them. It's been 7 years of immense pressure, of immense problems, of challenges, of struggles. I mean, creating a business in Uganda, they say Uganda is the most entrepreneurial country in the world, but Uganda trains you to be the most entrepreneurial person in the world. Like, we have hands-on hardship training here in the country. So I have experienced all these challenges in just trying to create a brand. And I would like the world to know, I would like everyone out there to know that it is possible, yes, to manufacture here in Uganda, here in Africa, and produce a world-class product. Because in as much as there's been so many challenges, the wins have also been many. The wins have been great. I've seen people transition from having relaxed hair to having natural hair, and them loving the journey. I've seen people who are previously complaining that the hair is so difficult to manage, and right now they're saying that the hair is easy to manage. I've seen children who have had lots of terrible eczema before, and now they don't have eczema. They're not suffering with eczema. I've seen parents who have repeatedly come here thanking me for the changes that I've been able to, give to them through the products that they purchase all the day. They're happy that they no longer see their kids scratching and struggling. They're happy that they can manage their hair in a short time and also work on their kids' hair in the shortest time. They're happy that we have products that are of good quality on the market. Meanwhile, several years ago, I used to be asked that are these products made in Europe, in the US, and just retailed here in Uganda? Livara is made in Uganda. We make natural and organic, high quality products here in Uganda for Africans, for the blacks, for the world. You get, my why is is for us to change that narrative, for people to know that it is possible to make high quality products here in Africa and sell them to the world, and the world will accept. In 7 years, we've come from just making products off a table in a scientific lab to making products in a whole manufacturing room and selling off Facebook to now selling in 6 stores across the country. And we have 3 niche amazing salons where we get to experience our products that we use in the salons. Not only that, we're opening in Kenya. We have products being retailed on Amazon in the US. Guys, we have gone global. We are going global, but we are made here in Africa. And we are proud to put a phrase out there on the products: made in Uganda, made in Africa. And the products are of good quality. They've been tested, used, tried and tried over again, and they're still being used. We are growing, right? My why is for us to be able to have people that show us that it can be done. You can't start from being a small person and grow bigger. I do not have inheritance money. No, my parents were definitely not the wealthiest in Uganda. My parents were like poor. My dad used to wear goat skin from Kabale, right? My mom used to dig and sell potatoes in the market to get money to educate her. My parents were literally picked from the village by these missionaries who saw value in them and took them to school. So no, I did not have inheritance money. My parents worked to put us out of school, to put us through school so that we would make something out of ourselves. For them, education was paramount, right? So they gave me a platform for me to study, excel, experience the world. And it is through that experience that I've come back to understand that we can do better by ourselves. We can be better. So through this series, I'm going to make it a point that I share with you the reason, the whys, and the hows that you can also start something, make it profitable, and scale it above and beyond. You don't have to be scared. It can be done. And it can be done here in Africa, here in Uganda, and anywhere else in the world. Because the challenges we face in Africa here, they are training. We're like in real soldier army training for business in the world. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this. For more of such videos, please remember to like, subscribe, and share the channel with every one of your friends, and let us meet here next week. Also, if you have questions, please post them down there in the comments. I will respond to them. I will engage you, and let us keep this active. We are here for ourselves, and we are here to win. Thank you.